Hey everybody, it is QBZ here, and I wanted to bring you guys my review of this Solstice grind, this Solstice armor. I made a previous video, and of course your boy ruined it by playing the game at the same time, which is incredibly difficult. So if you do a commentary while playing the actual game, my boy, I'm giving tops off to you. But at least I want to get into this topic. I want to discuss how this Solstice grind is, and is the rewards worth it? Short answer is no, and maybe, kinda, sorta, but not really. So this Solstice grind is a real pain in the ass if you haven't done it yet. If you can say that this Solstice grind is not a pain in the ass, I will come and find you. I will cut you with words, verbally, words only. I'm not trying to go to jail, okay? I didn't go through all this school just to go to jail for cutting somebody for saying something stupid. If I did that, I would be cutting almost everybody at work, and probably myself, because I say dumb shit all the time. But to get back to this grind was ridiculously awful. Part of the problem with this grind is that it felt like a checklist, and also the grind was not very good at all. It wasn't very synergistic in any sort of fashion, and because it lacked that synergy, it did not allow the player to actually achieve the objectives efficiently without ridiculous amounts of grinding, which pisses me off even more. It's like we had a great Solstice last year. It sucked that the gear couldn't carry forward, but the Redux missions were pretty cool. You kind of felt like you were making progress as you go along, but with this Solstice grind right here, like the 10 Gambit matches, you really didn't feel like you were making progress unless you dedicated a long night towards it. Also, considering that most of the player base only really has one, maybe two characters, more than likely Bungie probably looked at their data and adjusted this grind for specifically for most players to only complete one, and they'll have that one armor set going into Shadowkeep. But still, some of this grind is ridiculous, like the 10 Gambit Crucible matches, and then to follow that up with another 10 Gambit matches. I understand, Bungie, you're trying to force people into Gambit, but nobody wants to play Gambit because Gambit's just not that fun. Maybe you should fix the activity first before trying to force it down our throats. But that goes into my follow-up point in terms of this grind, is how awful it is just to do it. Like at one point this weekend, I'm grinding on my Blue Hunter, got most of the stuff done, and after I did the 10 Gambit matches, I thought about going to the EAZ, and for the first time in the longest time, maybe since year 1 D2, I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to cut it on. I'm not going to play. I could not believe that this grind pushed me to the point to where I had to actually decide, am I actually going to play this game? It turns out I did not. I logged off and I went outside. Probably the best decision that I made all week in terms of regarding this grind. It's completely ridiculous. It's also ridiculous how none of the actual armor synergizes with itself, so you don't have to wear the blue set the entire time. Each piece of material, each piece of armor should have been specifically designated in terms of like, this is the Gambit, this is the Gambit gloves. You're gonna do all Gambit related stuff with these gloves. Maybe you got a couple of stuff with the class item, because the class item doesn't actually affect your actual stats too, which would be even better. However, Bungie cucked us real hard, throwing them all over the place, encouraging us to go do these activities covered in this terrible resilience blue armor while going into the Crucible and Gambit, where power levels enabled and people have the ridiculous guns that they do because they played a lot of Destiny like I did, and you just get completely wrecked. On that first night of Solstice, I went in there and it was solar. Guess what? All of the Lunars were out, and those Lunars were 2-tapping worse than they were pre-nerf. It was awful. It was a terrible player experience. This grind is the worst player experience, and if they give us senseless grinds like this in Shadowkeep, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a very long year, a very sad year, but a very long year. Thank God for Borderlands. Now, to continue this discussion, we're going to talk about the rewards. Are the rewards worth it? And that I say 50-50, but in reality, it's more like 50-25-25. 50% of me is saying no, it's not worth it, especially to grind it out on all 3 characters. The only true benefit for grinding this gear out is if you're a collector or you anticipating using this armor set in Shadowkeep because you really enjoy it. Personally, I hate the Titan set. I love the Hunter set, and I'm on the fence about the Warlock set. Can they please stop putting gold that you can't tint on the armor? Everybody doesn't want to be gaudy, Becky, Laura, whatever your name is, Thomas. Stop making the gold not being able to change color. That was one of the best feedbacks you had got about whatever the April thing was, the Verdant Forest stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that was not good. People didn't like the forced gold. Let us change every color that we want. Por favor. To continue along with whether this armor is worth it, 50% of me says no, it's not worth it, especially for multiple characters. But then there's 25% of me that says maybe, because this armor is going to go into 2.0, and since this armor goes into 2.0, it'll actually have some benefit, and you'll be able to actually use your Solstice gear for the first time throughout the entirety of year 3, and you won't feel hindered actually using it. You'll be able to use the activity slots that are coming around each and every season, and because of that, you can actually expound upon your character. And then the other 25% of me says, I'm real on the fence about it. That is primarily due to the fact that you can use this armor, you can hunt for those perfect perks. You probably got a crap ton of Solstice packages like I did. I'm currently sitting on 36. I've opened I want to say 35. You still got some more time to grind it out. But if you do want to actually grind for those things, you won't have any issue whatsoever, besides the fact that your armor will be useless by the time Shadowkeep comes. Then you'll get the new 2.0 set. Do you actually want to grind for that that current armor set that you want to use? We technically still have a month and a half left at this point till Shadowkeep, since it got pushed back another 2 weeks. But do you really want to put that much effort in getting a perfect set of armor that you kind of enjoy that's going to be completely useless in the near future? Personally, I'm definitely not that guy. I know some other people are, because they definitely love collecting things. A lot of guys in my clan love collecting things. Me personally, I don't give two flying rats milk titties, okay? I'm not going to care for it. So that's why I'm kind of 50, 25, 25. But guys, let me know what you think down below. I don't know how to really feel about this. This grind was terrible. Fundamentally, this grind was awful. It felt like a checklist. It was a terrible checklist. They definitely shouldn't have released it in that state. However, the actual armor looks cool for the most part. It's nice that you get to take it into Shadowkeep version 2.0, which is very dope. But there's real no point to hunting for enhanced perks, especially with the armor not lasting more than 1.5 months from this making of this video. So guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys had a wonderful day. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me at mixer.com/QBeezy. And hopefully you guys enjoy the commentaries. Thanks guys. Peace.